mother-in-law whose life is literally harassing to her daughter-in-law isn't welcome in this house.
I understand. Well then, can you pay me back the $300,000 I loaned you for your new house in one lump sum?
What?
Trouble Busters!
My name is Melanie. I'm 64 years old, and I was just told something absolutely outrageous while having dinner with my son's wife, Hannah.
Please don't come to this house anymore. This is my house and Ryan's, and I don't want anyone else to come over every so often. You see, Ryan is already my family, but he's being so clingy to his, and it gets to me.
I understand. Well then, can you pay me back the $300,000 I loaned you for your new house in one lump sum?
What?
I was hoping you and I would get along well as a family, and that's why I lent you the entire cost of the new house and thought it would be fine for you to pay me back little by little.
But why did you suddenly change your promise?
You're saying something completely different from before the house was built, aren't you? I'm sure you said something along the lines of,
Please, Mrs. Thompson, I'd like to ask you if I can borrow $300,000 because from the bank I'd have to pay interest on the mortgage, you understand?
Oh, I suppose that's true, dear, but $300,000 in one lump sum?
Aw, but dear Hannah, I think of you as a mother-in-law, Miss Thompson. I love you and respect you.
So that was a lie, you say? All that sweet talk, it was all a lie to get me to give you money, wasn't it? How about you speak up and answer, eh?
I really meant what I said at the time, but you visit us far more often than I thought you would. Did you ever consider the possibility that was a nuisance to us?
What are you talking about? Oh, people nowadays.
Where are you going?
I'm going home. There's no point in talking to someone who doesn't have money, is there?
Please wait, Mrs. Thompson. Even if you went to Ryan about this, having to pay back $300,000 in one lump sum simply can't be done. The result would be the same.
I've decided it cannot be possible for me to get along with you. Unforgivable. Trouble Busters initiate.
Should I apologize, ma'am?
I don't feel any sincerity from you the moment you leave that decision up to someone else. $300,000 is a gargantuan amount of money, but I lent you the money anyway because I wanted you and Ryan to be happy. I can't forgive you for trampling on that.
I didn't know you had such a strong will regarding this, ma'am.
It's not a problem that can be solved by saying you didn't know jack shit. That's precisely why I switched from installments to a single lump sum repayment, see?
People don't realize what they don't know. You're being rather stubbornly narrow-minded to blame me for that. Do you really think it's okay to be told such a thing by a daughter-in-law who is so much younger than you?
This case is a matter that should be regarding conscience, not academic ability. You don't seem to have a single suggestion of a conscience, so this may not be of concern to you, but I'll ask you anyway. You lent $300,000 in a lump sum to your beloved son and daughter-in-law.
Wasn't it you, Mrs. Thompson, who couldn't understand my thoughts on the matter beforehand?
I could say the same thing about how you didn't understand my feelings when I only had company once a month. I suppose we could settle this aspect as us being mutually at fault, and more importantly, I'm the one who was feeling hurt. So as someone who needed consolation, you ought to do what I ask you. Does that interpretation work for you, darling?
That's basically it, yes.
So why did you accept the proposal to make the repayment methods to once every month?
I thought it would be okay for Ryan if it was once a month.
But it was you who agreed to the arrangement, right?
Yes, but...
If that's the case, then aren't you responsible for your own decisions and actions? Since the amount was what it was, we signed an agreement for me to lend you the money for the new house, didn't we? We also got a lawyer involved to make sure everything was in order and signed an official document as well.
I don't know about that official document.
It's known as a certificate that is signed at a government office.
I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know.
If you could get away with saying you didn't know, I wouldn't have hired a lawyer in the first place, and the document itself is something that cannot be gotten away with saying you didn't know. No one will take responsibility for your ignorance. Well, among the people involved, your husband, my son Ryan, will be the one held accountable because of his involvement. But permit me some strict language. A woman who says a mother-in-law whose life is literally harassing to her is nothing but unreasonable and ungrateful. And to have such a woman for a wife shall be my son's responsibility for having poor taste in women.
No, please. I don't care about myself, but dragging your blood-related son into this?
You're the one who dragged him in. How can you not be aware of your responsibilities this much?
What will happen if Ryan can't pay it back in one lump sum?
I guess you two will have to get the money no matter what. First, this splendid new house will be sold and turned into money, and then the savings he has as of now will be taken. And if that's not enough, he'll have to ask for an advance on his severance pay. From there, if he borrows another 50 grand from the bank, he should be able to pay back the 300 grand in one lump sum.
I wonder why you would do something like that to your own son.
That sweet boy accepted my contributions with all of that resolve in his mind and heart, Hannah. He knew what he was getting into.
Huh?
You don't listen to anything, do you? Ryan told you. I'm certain of it.
But if that happens...
Changing jobs will be tough as hell, and he'll have to go through a lot of hardships because of you.
If that happens, I'll dump him, so help me I will. You really want that to happen? It'll be your fault. Seems like you're the one keeping quiet this time. If you make me uncomfortable, I'll get a divorce. Is that really okay, darling? I'm the girl your son fell in love with. To him, I'm a very important woman.
Why don't you do as you like?
What?
The divorce is something the couple decides on together, so it has nothing to do with me.
Huh? I'm threatening you, Mrs. Thompson. Ryan without any money or any house is not attractive at all, and there's no point in living with someone like that.
So why don't you just do as you like then?
How can you be so damn strong in this situation? You think I'm just bluffing, that I won't go through with this?
Whether I think you are or not is not what I'm worried about. I honestly couldn't care less.
How dare you?
He may have made a mistake in choosing his wife, but Ryan thinks for his family to begin with. If he finds out what you've done, he will be the one to bring up divorce.
That bastard is head over heels in love with me. He would never.
Then go on with your thinking that way. Unlike you, I have a cornucopia of options at my disposal. For example, I could demand all the money back, but to help him not have to deal with capital transfer tax, I could pay off his debts. I could take care of finding him another job, and if he can't find one anyway, I could make him my dependent and support him.
Those are great options.
Oh, but we won't need you as a dependent, so you won't be welcome.
What?
This is all about extending a helping hand to Ryan personally as my loving son. Why should I help someone I hate from the bottom of my heart?
That's cruel, making only him happy.
If you have time to say things like that, you should focus on keeping Ryan's feelings for you intact. See?
I don't need you to tell me shit. I will absolutely defend my position as his wife, or I shall die trying.
Well, that being said, unless you resort to criminal options, you can't control Ryan's will now, can you?
Ryan fell in love with me, and that's why we're married. I'm certain he'll be on my side.
Well, love is blind, I suppose, but the truth of what happened this time is far too dire to be overlooked. I'm sure he'll ask you about every minute detail and occurrence that led up to this happening. What excuse will you give him then, Hannah?
I'm just going to tell him the truth.
I'm home!
Ryan, honey, listen, your mother, she told me to get out of this house if we can't pay her the $300,000 we owe her. This person just barges into our house, money this and money that, and I merely protested saying that's not right.
What?
I never said I wouldn't pay her anything. Bank transfers are enough. There's no need for her to come to the house.
Listen, Hannah.
Let's listen to her until the end.
Lending $300,000, a great deed. One lump sum payment is a great deed.
It can't be done normally.
I absolutely don't want our lives to be tied down by something ridiculous like that. I have been holding back for your sake, Ryan, but I have reached my limit.
What do you mean by limit?
Your mother, honey. I really can't do it. She said she'd pay for it herself, after all. So if we change our perspective a little, we let her pay for everything. Is it too much to ask that you ought to be grateful instead?
What the hell? No, this is insane. We're getting a divorce.
What? Divorce? Where did that come from?
I realized as I listened to your stories, you take things for granted and never show any gratitude at all. I work hard for you all day, every day, and Mom paid the house construction fees all for your sake. And I know what you're thinking. Obviously, you do those things for me. I didn't ask you to do all that.
You're my husband, Ryan, and it's natural for the man of the house to work to feed his wife, right? I didn't ask for it, and it didn't really matter to me, see?
You see, no matter how I look at it, I can't see myself being happy with a woman who doesn't show gratitude to people and who ignores people's feelings, too.
I don't want a divorce. Stop this, please. You're going to get divorced because of a minor obstacle like that?
A minor obstacle. This is very serious, Hannah.
I am definitely not going to get divorced. I refuse.
That's an impossible request.
Hey, who are you calling?
Why, your parents, of course.
My parents?
Your parents took such good care of me. I should at least say thank you.
Wait a minute, you don't need to thank them.
Balderdash, things like this need to be made crystal clear.
No, it doesn't.
That's what makes me want to divorce you. Don't you understand?
I get it. I'll agree to the divorce. I'll agree, I say.
Huh?
I'm getting divorced right now. At that moment, Ryan and I will be utter and complete strangers.
Why do you hate the idea of calling your parents so much?
Sooner or later, it's all going to be found out.
Shut up. For now, I'm telling you not to call, all right? I'll tell them myself.
Oh, no kidding. You're just going to make bullshit up.
I won't. I swear I won't.
Oh, is this you, Mr. Atkinson? My apologies, sir. This is an emergency. Can you and Mrs. Atkinson come to our house immediately?
Dad, please don't come.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll be expecting you.
Please don't come.
Ryan and I explained to the two of them what my son had said on the phone. Then,
I suppose we have to listen to what you have to say about the divorce.
We're terribly sorry about all this.
What? You're on their side too, guys?
Of course we are. How dare you tell Mrs. Thompson, who generously lent you $200,000, not to come to your house? What?
$200,000? You are so pathetic. You got married far too early in life. Mr. Atkinson.
What do you mean by Mrs. Thompson, who generously lent $200,000? Oh, well, take it literally, my boy.
Just as George said, she paid $200,000 out of the $300,000 for the house construction, right?
Well, there's no reason for that.
No, the full amount Mom lent us was $300,000, sir.
No, don't talk about that.
The full amount?
Hannah, what's going on here?
Didn't you ask for the remainder of the costs because Mrs. Thompson and her family could only provide 2/3 of the total?
Don't tell me you did.
What happened to the $100,000 we lent you?
This is where the truth of Hannah's $100,000 embezzlement was revealed. I see. So that's why she would be reluctant to tell her parents about the divorce.
You lied to your parents and cheated them out of $100,000? What's going on, Hannah?
I'm sorry. I was so confused about everything, and I thought that if I told you, you wouldn't suspect anything.
But Mr. and Mrs. Atkinson, there was no way they could ask Mom the question, so you could only pay 2/3 of the whole price?
You knew that and still asked for the money that you already had? That's the worst act of taking advantage of someone's kindness and consideration.
No, it wasn't on purpose.
What do you mean it wasn't on purpose?
That's malice of freaking forethought!
Well, this is because I wanted to save the money for me and Ryan.
You should have just said that, damn it!
Lying to get money? Oh, what the hell?
and I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, I can't accept lending you money through lying and deception.
We'll have you pay us back the whole amount immediately.
Yeah, about that.
What now? You haven't made any big purchases since we bought the house, so you must have it all, right?
I don't have any left.
You
don't have any
left? What do you mean, 100 grand, Hannah?
It hasn't even been a year since we gave it to you. How can it become 0?
If you keep quiet, we won't know
anything.
Say
something.
I spent it all.
On what?
Spill it now.
You goddamn bitch.
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
The money's gone. Let's find out why.
Stop! What are you doing? You're violating my privacy.
What's a daughter scamming a lot of money from her parents on about now?
No, please.
Oh, wait a minute.
It's over. I'm finished.
Who is this Aiden Vega person I see everywhere?
I don't know.
Promised dates?
Promised trips? Videos of an absolutely obvious physical relationship. Blah!
Siphoning money out of your parents? You have an affair when you already have a son? How much of a scumbag are you?
No, Aiden and I aren't like that.
Then what are you?
It's not what it looks like. You're misunderstanding.
What are we misunderstanding?
Ugh. Enough already! These messages are everything!
No, they're not. Ryan, listen.
I can feel my ears rotting! I'm divorcing you, Hannah, you hear? I'll demand a ton of alimony, so you better prepare yourself!
What? What about property division?
Still talking about money, I see!
You've only been married for a short time, and you're at fault for the divorce, so there's no way you'll be granted any property division.
But this house is Ryan's property, right? Then I'll get half of it, $150,000. I have that right?
Well, that's impossible.
Why? We're married.
This house is in Mom's name!
Huh?
I wanted to shoulder all the property tax and shit like that, and I put it in my name to avoid any complications.
That's how kind Mom was. She was planning to leave the house to us when we paid back the full amount of the construction costs, you see?
What? I didn't hear anything about that.
I was going to tell you that there was something to talk about with you about the house, but you said...
That has nothing to do with me.
And you didn't even listen now, did you, Hannah?
I didn't think that conversation would have such a deep influence.
There is no deep influence.
You yourself made it into a deep influence. This developed into a divorce, so it became a big deal for you, didn't it?
The divorce is axiomatic now, so make sure you prepare for the course of punishment involving demands of alimony and no division of assets.
And we'll cut off all ties with you.
What? You won't help me?
We have no intention to lend a hand to a lying thief.
So cruel. I'm not a thief.
Then you're a scammer. Either way, neither your mother nor I have any intention of having a parent-child relationship with you from now on. And we will be demanding the 100 grand that was stolen from us back.
My house, my husband, my money, my parents. I'm going to lose everything.
And you only have yourself to blame.
You truly can only blame your own belittlement of gratitude as something upon which people can build relationships, and how low a sense of virtue and morality.
Don't ever come home again! Get out of this house immediately!
After that, Ryan's divorce from his cheating wife was successfully finalized. The flirtatious messages, and especially the video footage of physical adultery, became conclusive evidence, and Ryan demanded $20,000 in alimony from Hannah and her lover each, and kicked her out of the house. In addition to the divorce and alimony raining upon her, her parents also filed criminal charges of fraud against her for stealing their money, and filed a civil court case for the repayment of the money stolen. She only received a period of probation, but still a very real criminal record, and was given a rectification and was ordered to return the 100 grand yen. So, all in all, she ended up with a total debt of $120,000. Although she doesn't have much experience working, she was left in the care of a factory owned by a friend of her father's, and her salary is completely withheld except for the bare minimum for food and water.
My body hurts. This is so heavy. If only I was grateful to Mrs. Thompson. If only I hadn't cheated on the man I loved. If I hadn't stolen money from Mom and Dad, I'd be living happily as a full-time housewife in a new house.
It's all regret, but you cannot change the past. There's no doubt that this incident has cast a big shadow on my son, too. But even though he's genuinely hurt, Ryan is living his life with a positive attitude, and I want to continue to support him in the future. Trouble Busters!